And you mentioned the Giants beat writers. They weren't worried about Tommy going in with spikes hot because they're getting ready to go in with words hot over their team as we pivot to the pathetic franchise that dishonored those awesome Phil Simms era uniforms. Don't wear those uniforms when you know you're going to get your ass kicked. Just don't, because they knew. Don't wear them on a night like that. Don't wear them to Tampa Bay against the defending champs. Wear them against, I don't know, somebody that you know you're going to beat. Although with this Giants team,
you don't know that.
There's never a night where you're feeling like Tampa Bay felt last night going into that game.
No, you don't. And I do love those uniforms. I wish that's of course one team, and yeah, of course I'm biased that I want to see the 2-helmet rule. Because I'd like to see the real dark blue that the Giants used to have with the Giants on it. But it is a great look. But, yeah, I mean, underwhelming performance in every way. Everybody. I mean, there wasn't one area to be happy about. Yeah, as I'm a Giants fan, I was sitting there yelling at the TV screen last night with my little boy. We root for them. We do. But, I mean, again, we saw Brady and company have their way the whole night other than a drop screen pass that was a pick six, defensive line couldn't get pressure. Nobody could really cover man-to-man or do anything like that to challenge the Bucs receivers. Can't run the ball at offense. Can't protect Daniel Jones. And then Daniel Jones doesn't look that good on top of that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's not the trifecta. That's the sixfecta there, I guess. I mean, just crapville. And this, I mean, I have no explanation for this. That was the end of the game right there. If they had any chance, you go, okay, this is the drive. They got to mount something, and I really don't know what Daniel Jones was doing or who he was trying to throw that ball to, but that was night-night after that.
And I don't know who to blame when it's that bad, when it's so ineffective, when nothing that they do works. And at some point, you have to give credit to the defense they're playing.
Yeah.
No one's going to run the ball effectively against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even with Vita Vea missing the game.
It's hard.
They're going to clamp down on it. But they could get nothing going in the pass game, but the offensive line is so bad. I don't know how much of it to blame on Daniel Jones. It's chicken and the egg for me. Because Jones looks horrible, but he looks horrible because he didn't have a chance to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But good quarterbacks find a way, even when the blocking isn't great, to at least make one play.
Yeah.
Just one play at some point during the night. And there was nothing from Daniel Jones.
No, I think that was the disappointment. You're right. I mean, I didn't expect them to put on an offensive show and just be surgical against the Buccaneers defense. You're right, especially a defense that's very angry about the way they probably played the last 2 weeks and getting healthy. But, yeah, we've seen in other games where he's been pressured and had the stack, had the cards stacked against him to a degree, and he makes a few plays where you go, whoa, wow, we didn't see that last night. We didn't. He was a little off of his game. He didn't throw the ball, I think, as good as he's capable of throwing. But, yeah, I mean, to me, again, there's just issues with the roster, the team. I don't know any other way to say it. That's what bothers me as a Giant fan. It's hard to win against really quality football teams when you're missing some really important things that make teams a quality team in the 2021 NFL. And that's, to me, the biggest thing you look at with the Giants. Yeah, I mean, you're going to play the Bucs with no running game, and we have to get in the shotgun, and we're going to throw the ball against that defense. That's a recipe for disaster, 100%, let alone some of the issues I can rattle off on the defensive side of the ball. I already rattled off a few of them. But, yeah, very frustrating, especially, too, Mike, when there's weapons that can do some things on the offensive side of the ball if they can just, have a little bit of an average offensive line play. We know Saquon can do some special things. Kadarius Toney, we saw he's special athlete, specimen. Slayton can run. Galladay's going through some struggles, but you can still see he's big and talented, and there's something there. And as a Giant fan, that's where I really get heated and frustrated about watching them right now.
Kadarius Toney was targeted 12 times, 7 catches for 40 yards. Every time he gets the ball, he tries that back step, surrender ground.
Yeah, a little too much.
He's still in college, and he's going to be able to run around guys. At some point, somebody's going to say to him, hey, Kadarius, it's not like it was in college.
Yeah, just
These
get
guys
the
are
first
fast
down.
enough to get to you. Just go.
Yeah.
Don't try to backpedal. Don't give up yardage. There was a third down, as Pete points out, where it cost them the first down because he gives up that yardage. This isn't the schoolyard anymore where you are just faster than everyone around and you can do that. It's not going to work at the NFL level. And I'm serious. Somebody's got to sit him down and tell him that.
100%.
It's not going to work. Get the ball and go. Get the ball and go. We drafted you to get the ball and go.
That's right.
Not dance around, because they are going to close on you and put you on the ground. You mentioned Galladay. 2 targets, 1 catch. It came fairly early. I kept waiting for the sideline video of another eruption. Remember, we saw it, I think it was the Thursday night game against Washington.
Right.
And I know he's been injured, and maybe he's just happy to be healthy and able to play, but it's like Jones either wasn't looking at him or just never had the chance to get to him in the progression.
No, I mean, it just never seemed like, you're right, the ball went that way. It didn't. You know, there was one time I think he caught a slant route early on in the game or a short post route. Another time he went to him and the guy knocked it down, right? Yeah, it was just a pass interference play. Pete is in my ear telling me, yeah. So, hey, it's another thing with the team. It's just, you look at it again and just go, hey, there's, a guy that's been paid a lot of money and, hasn't been able to be out there and really kind of indoctrinate himself into the offense. Misses this block against Kadarius Toney, Brian Greasy made a good point about. He gets this block with that guy like you just talked about, Kadarius Toney. He could do special things. There was space there. It was just a crap effort by the Giants. And
in his defense, he was studying Teddy Bridgewater tackling film.
You're
the
funny.
Day that he prepared for that.
You're funny.
I'm sorry, man. It's just at least he touched him. At least he touched him.
Yes.
He didn't try to do the head fake.
The head fake. Like, I wanted to, but I won't.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know that anyone who's out there on that field has a tremendous amount of courage just being out there, but you do expect on a play where your assignment surely is. We talk about how the X's and O's, the assignment surely is that O neutralizes X, and O didn't do much neutralization of X on that play.
No, definitely not. A lot of things on the Giants' chalkboard didn't do anything to neutralize other guys on the field last night. And that's the annoying thing. There's some things to like about the football team, but I think as we've discussed here, you just go through it and go, okay, offensive line issues. Guys on there, bad free agents, bad draft picks that haven't worked out that well. Galladay, we'll see where that goes. We're paying him like he's a superstar. Yeah, I'm saying we. Yeah, I'm a Giants fan. Sorry. Those paychecks when I grew up that gave me that silver spoon, they came from the Giants, so I'm allowed to say we. All right? So that. All right? You got that aspect. You got, hey, James Bradbury, who they're paying a ton of money. He's really good. Is he like a shut-down island corner? No, you saw that last night. He had issues with Mike Evans. He did, period. You got those issues. You got lack of, players that fit the modern-day scheme right now to be versatile and change your attack to a degree. There's so many problems, in my opinion, with the roster. We can get into coaching, and I know it's not perfect, but I just look at it and go, it's hard to coach a team where you got to put little Band-Aids to worry about everything all the time and then try to coach around it. And that's where I get, really bothered by the Giants right now.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.